Alright guys, today we're going to learn how to graph lines in slope-intercept form. So slope-intercept form, as you can see, is y equals mx plus b, as you saw on the notes in your Canvas page. So y is really nothing, m is the slope, x is the number in front, or is right behind the slope, means nothing, and then minus 2, that's your b, that's your y-intercept. So basically, the b is what we want to start with first because that's our starting point. That's where we're going to start our graph. It's the y-intercept. Okay? And then our slope we need to make into a fraction, unless it already is a fraction like in this example. Make it into a fraction. That's going to be a rise over run. Okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to start at -2 on the y-axis because in our equation y equals mx plus b, I forgot to finish it there. The b is our starting point. So let me start by making my x-axis and y-axis. And as I'm making it, I think about how big the graph needs to be. It starts at -2, so that's down 2. And then it's going to go up 3 over 1. So let me show you here. Okay. There's my y-axis. Let me make an x-axis 2. I suppose I need to make it right about here. Oh, shoot. I got an extra line in there. I guess I really don't need that, but I'll delete that. Okay. So when I make my tick marks, I want to make sure that I'm making them equidistant from each other. So I'm going to use every blue line as one tick mark, like this. Okay. And notice how they're the same length on the x-axis as they are on the y-axis. Okay. Starts at -2, so this is my starting point, the last number. -2. So I put a dot down there at -2, and I leave my pencil right there. Okay. The number in front of the x is going to be a rise over run. In this case, it's +3 over 1. So we're going to go up 1, 2, 3 over 1 and put a dot. And there's our 2 dots. That's all you really need to make a line. I always make a couple more just to be safe. 1, 2, 3 over 1 more. And notice it's still lining up. And there's going to be my line. So I'm going to grab my straight edge and I'm going to connect the dots. Bang. And you also want to put arrows on the end of those lines. So, and you know what, I should extend it this way too. And there's the graph of my line. So, starting point, rise in 1, run. Let's use this one really fast. Y equals mx, there's my m, x plus b. There's nothing over here, so you know what? It means I start at 0. So, I'm going to start by making my axis. I'm going to start at 0 and go up 1 over 4. So basically, that's all in the first quadrant. So when I make my axes, axes? I guess what's the proper terminology for that? When I make my axes, I only really need quadrant 1. And granted, we know it's going to extend back into quadrant 3, but we really don't need that right now. Okay, so it's going to go up 1 over 4. So I'll make my tick marks equidistant there. It starts at 0, up 1 over 4. And there's my next dot. I can do it again, up 1 over 4. There's my next dot. Grab my straight edge, connect the dots, and put some arrows on the end of those lines, and we should be happy. There you go.